Hello! It's me, talking to your face. Again, I know I don't do these videos very often, but something quite exciting to me has happened in the last few weeks. I purchased a new drum kit. So pretty. Full disclosure, I'm going to do a little bit of a review on this one, look at the kit a little bit, talk a little bit about it. This is not a sponsored video. I had to pay for this kit, I had to ship it over here from China because it is not available in England or in the US of A. Or anywhere else in Europe, I don't know, I don't think so. The kit is the Medeli MZ928. Now how this came about, I occasionally watch videos, I've been watching a lot of videos lately because I've been thinking about finally upgrading my kit. I mean, I've had this kit back here that's a Roland TD9, I've had that for about 15 years. And I watch a channel called 65 Drums. He's amazing. He goes into detail on all the different kits and which kits to buy at which cost and blah de blah de blah. And he mentioned this kit. Now normally I would go, oh, it's just another, cheapy company bringing out a kit that's going to kind of be okay but not quite good enough and blah blah blah. But the thing that he mentioned which really got my interest was that, I don't know what he is, CEOs, directors or engineers? I don't know. One of the big people from Roland, who's also been at Yamaha, had moved over to this company, Medeli, and then they brought out this kit and I was like, wow, that's significant. And basically, long story short, I wrote to the company and said, hey, I'm interested in your kit, I want to buy a new kit. But they gave it to me for a reduced price, but I still had to pay to ship it over here. It cost me about $1,500, whereas the kit itself is selling for $2,500. So you're talking like £2,000 to £2,200, somewhere around there in the UK. But that's it. I have no affiliate link with them, so I can be as brutally honest as I like. Spoiler alert, I love it. Right, let's skip to the unboxing video.
Whoa!
That's a lot of boxes. And it's heavy as well.
So what is that?
It's the bass drum.
What's the bass?
Yeah.
It's funny because it's kind of small.
It's small, yeah, but it's for electric kit, it's big. The first thing we're going to look at is this amazing piece of cardboard. Oh my word! This thing weighs a ton! So you've got, what's all this? So these are all your different outputs here. Outputs, jack, outputs, and then MIDI. And that MIDI. So you've got 4 different options there. Auxiliary. So this is where you're plugging in everything. There's 4 tom sockets, even though there's only 3 toms, so that's a spare. 2 crash and ride extension. I'm guessing they're externals. I don't know. I wonder if again extra pads you can plug in, and then you've got all separate outputs as well for each one. But the thing with this is, I thought, in all honesty, you've got an SD card, and you've got 2 different headphone jacks in the front for different sizes, and just in case you don't have that little adapter. I thought this was going to feel cheap and flimsy. It is so weighty. It's metal. It's solid metal, and it's just unbelievable build. I'm so shocked. Oh, bit of ASMR.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice.
Wow!
Big boxes!
You finally noticed.
There you go. It's big. A symbol that big for electric kids.
Just put your hand on it. That's insane.
A lot to get through. Should we open a drum pad? Should we do it? Whoa! So excited! Oh, it's upside down. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. So the bottom head, it's like I don't know. Feel it. What's that? Describe that. It's not a mesh head, is it? It's like
cardboard.
It almost feels like styrofoam or something like
nice
that.
cardboard.
So I think the mesh head looks like a 2-ply head, so it won't be quite as sturdy and nice as perhaps a Roland one, but you pay double the price. And there's your input jack. Simple. Oh, right. This is why that box was so heavy. Just that one single clamp, which I'm guessing is for a tom. It's heavy, man. That's like solid stuff. Another thing I really like about this kit as well is that it comes with everything. So a lot of the kits, like again, Roland kits, Yamaha kits, Alessa's kits, you have to add the hi-hat pedal and the kick pedal yourself. This came with one, but the question will be, is it any good? It's a really nice piece of kit. I mean, that seems, that's a sturdy thing, that is. And then a wee beater. I thought that was going to be a pile of cack. I really did. It's only got the one spring. I prefer to have the two, so you've got the tension on both sides. But it does have this double chain, which is always a bit better and a bit sturdier. It feels solid. Seems pretty good to me, that. Big fat manual. Which also, again, feels fine. Feels good quality. Doesn't feel cheap and nasty. I don't know why, in my head, I was just like worried. I was just like, it's gonna come, it's gonna just feel horrible, and I'm gonna just be like regretting every decision in my life. I can't get it out. I
can't help and film.
There you go. Yeah, so that's like the floor tom. That looks and feels a little bit on the small side. But the proof will be in the pudding. Accessories. Loads of cables. Drum key. And then there are loads of like cable ties. I think that's going to go on the back of the module. It even comes with a pair of drumsticks. Let me see what these feel like. They actually feel quite nice. They're not like, you know those cheap nasty sticks you get? But you don't. You at home. They're actually like lacquered sticks that actually feel quite nice to play. Not as nice as my sticks, but they're nice. They're fun. Plug. Oh, and that's another nice little touch. It's a spare pad for the bass drum. Of course, now in my head I was thinking hi-hat control, because I'm so used to drum kits that have the hi-hat with a separate pedal is going to be the plate that the hi-hat sits on.
Get rid of the bag.
Get rid of the bag. Yes, mum. That's nice. And it's heavy, like so heavy. Feel that?
Ooh.
It's like good quality stuff. Leg.
Look.
Again, not cheap, not nasty at all. Oh my word! Pretty sturdy. Although that's a little bit wobbly around the edges on this stand. All good quality stuff. What?
A lot of boxes, now it's a mess.
Yeah, it is.
Naughty daddy.
Naughty daddy. He'll tidy it up. Promise.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That's solid. Solid. Solid as a rock. Couple of spanners. This is a chunky piece of kit. Really chunky and solid, which is what I want personally. Now, some of you watching might be actually like, that's no good for me because I want to go touring with it. It's not light stuff, but it even has the boom arm on it as well.
Drums.
I've got to set it up. Gosh, I don't know what these spanners are for. Maybe they're trying to tell me something.
You're a spanner.
Right, let's go. So you take these two bits off. That will go on the top.
And the Mandalorian.
That's for the module, so we'll do that afterwards.
Mandalorian.
Goodness sake, child. It's cute.
Aww.
I assume this was just going to like pull out, but it's not. No.
Oh, no, do it.
There we go, just
Ah,
okay.
okay.
There we go. That's one thing it doesn't come with. Stool. Oh, it feels like a drum kit. I have to say, I have never liked these clamps. I don't know what the alternative option is. They feel sturdy as hell. Ballpoint joint, so you've got really nice flexibility on where you want the toms. That is such a win. I love that. There you go.
Is that light?
Woo!
What's this for?
Oh, mama. Just goes in like that. There. And that's as simple as it is. It's just a simple. Yeah, it's not got the ball points, it's not got that much, as much movability. It's one of these. But to be fair, it's not the end of the world. Main thing is the stand is just so solid. Just like, do I have a tool to like?
We've got spanners.
And the nice thing is, just tilt it a bit as well, which we will do. And power this baby up. The longest power cable. What's that? 1.8 meters. Oh, it's so nice having that wherever I want it to be. Again, something I've had it stuck on a rack for so long.
You bored?
Yes. 12-volt plug. And then, bing!
Look it up.
I know this is not really important, but it's kind of fun. The light kind of goes around and everything kind of changes colour as you do it.
Oh, that's pretty.
And also, look, as you change the kits. So look, well, these are normal drum kits you see from the picture. And these ones are like pad kits. It's changed to orange. 100 kits. 100. And the last 44 kits are user kits, ones that you can play around with and mess with. Which would mean there's 56 kits. 56 pre-made kits. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Right. Cable time. Cash, you help me with this. So, having unraveled these, the cables, they're already tied together, which is kind of useful in a way. So you've got this main bolt, and then they kind of feed off as you need them. So this end where it's all tied up is going to be the end that's going to go into the module. And then the other end will go into everything else. Let's do it. So you do have a spare tom, and then 2 of these here, which I'm guessing are also things you can plug in. Not overwhelmed by this hi-hat, the bottom part of the hi-hat. It feels really nasty and plasticky. Snare drum. That's quite nice, tucked away. So there's your kit. Tom 1. Now I do like these little things they've got here. So on my rolling kit, the inputs are all here, and they end up getting like bent against the middle bar, and they're really, you can't take them out unless you take the whole cymbal apart. Whereas this, it's free to access from here, although I can't get it in the hole. Lol. Tom 2, Tom 2, Tom 2. We're gonna. Boop. Boop.
It's embarrassing, Tom.
Another thing it doesn't come with: headphones.
Hey?
Cable ties.
They're pretty cable ties.
Oh, it's like one big strip.
Oh, and then you can cut it. That's fun.
What does this button do?
Don't know. Let's do it.
It's not sparkling. It looks like it's sparkling on the video. It's not actually sparkling, by the way. You've got these faders can work for different things. So your kit, the full kit, your SD card, because it has an SD card slot under here, and the song that's playing, they're your volumes, and then you click that one, and now it controls the ride, your external things you've got plugged in, and rev? Is that reverb? Ooh. Oh, okay. Realise you can't Bluetooth the sound of the kit. which kind of makes sense. But you probably can Bluetooth things to it. Well, we've plugged this into the headphone jack, just with an aux cable. I just realised we don't need that extension. We could just go like that because you've got the option for both. Ooh, fire the song! That is coming just from an aux cable plugged into a soundbar underneath a telly. Stupid way to listen to it. I need to adjust the sensitivity of that snare because pretty good. Straight out of the box. Ghost notes on the snare. Feels and plays really nice. And my one worry was that the module was going to sound complete trash. Alright, let's try the cross stick. Really responsive. So one of the issues I had as well with snare drums in the past, you do cross stick, and that's how you would do a cross stick kind of on an acoustic kit, something like that. And because your fingers are touching the drum, it ends up triggering the snare drum sound. But this one doesn't seem to be doing that. It's good. You got the rims on each. We've got the chokes. Really responsive. It's so nice compared to my Roland. I don't know, my Roland kit's about 15 years old. Unbelievably responsive. Higher feels different. It still doesn't quite feel like a real hi-hat. It's just quite heavy. The one thing you don't want is an electric kit to sound like an electric kit. There's so many cheaper kits or old kits I've played, and you can just hear when people are playing them. You can just tell it's an electric kit. You probably can't get this coming from that speaker there. It doesn't sound like an electric kit. It sounds like what you'd want it to sound like. A quiet acoustic kit. Now, so I've got my kit set up down here now. I thought I'd film this to try it, just because I want to know. This is a CY8 cymbal off my old Roland kit. And in the back of this drum kit, we have 3 extra plug-in points. You've got one which is called Tom4, another 2 which are called Ext1 and Ext2. Right, so I just plugged just a standard jack cable into the Tom4. Oh my word. You don't even have to use the Medeli stuff, you can use anything you want. Let's try it in the Ext1. Yep, works. Dual triggers as well. Amazing. So I can set up a Roland cymbal here and have an extra cymbal which I've already got. This is insane. Okay, so firstly, sorry for that massively long unboxing. There's just a lot to unpack, and I kind of wanted everyone to see exactly what you get if you were thinking of ordering one. This is what comes in the box. Those boxes were heavy, like so heavy. There was 3 big boxes, and 2 of them especially, I'd help the delivery guy lift them from his van into my house. It was insane. So I just want to wrap things up a little bit. I'm not necessarily the best judge for this, of whether this is a good kit or a bad kit. This is my old kit, and it's great, but it's the only expensive-ish kit that I've owned. I guess the drum kit in the same kind of cost bracket is the Alesis Strike Pro, which is coming in around £2,000 to £2,000 UK. But here are my thoughts on what's good, what's bad, and whether I just think it's worth the investment. Firstly, let's start with the pros. Number 1, this kit feels and plays amazingly. So I've now been using it for a few weeks. I've had students playing on it. It feels very similar to a real kit, which is exactly what I was looking for. Number 2, sounds amazing. I actually had one of my students playing along to a rock school song. I did the version of the track without the drums in the background, and the 2 blended together so well I couldn't actually tell the difference. It sounds amazing. There's loads of ring off the drums, which sometimes you don't want, but it just gives it that kind of real sound, and I just think it sounds incredible. Again, I've not compared this to other drum kits in the same sort of bracket or looked at the new Roland kits, but as far as I can tell, there is no disappointing sounds in this kit. It sounds amazing. I think price-wise, this is amazing as well. I mean, I look at the Roland kits now, and I know Roland are the creme de la creme, and I keep comparing it to Roland, and Roland are good. They're really good. They know what they're doing. But for the same sort of thing, to get the same number of components and the same sort of build quality, you're spending £4,000–5,000, so double at least. And I mean, I've seen some of the Roland kits going up to £6,000, and it's just like, it's got to this point where it's become a bit ridiculous. Are you getting that much more for your money for an extra £3,000 or £4,000 on top? My guess would be no. Number 4, quality of everything was insanely good. The only thing I noticed where the quality might not have been so good, spoiler alert, this is one of my cons, is just the bottom of the hi-hat, but to be honest, it wasn't that bad. All the cymbal stands are very double brace, very heavy, very sturdy. The module is heavy and just weighty, and it's made of metal and it's solid. Everything just feels really good about it. The toms seem like they're fine, the snare, all the drums seem like good quality. You know, it's probably not expensive wood, but ultimately it's an electric kit. It doesn't need to be expensive wood because the wood can change the resonance of a drum, but the resonance is all recreated digitally, so it doesn't really matter. I just think the kit looks incredible as well. It just looks really nice. And I compare that to, again, the Strike Pro, which looks really nice, but it also just looks kind of plasticky, and I think the finish on it, it's got a red sparkly finish, which is like, meh. And they've just released, unless they've just released the Strata, I think it's called, which is a bit more expensive, but again, it just doesn't look as nice. I wanted a kit that looked like an acoustic kit, that you move things around and it feels like an acoustic kit, but I can control the sound. This for me is it. And I love as well that it has 3 extra inputs in the back. Again, probably the same with the Alesis Strike Pro, probably the same with a lot of drum kits, £2,000 and up. But the fact that I could get my old Roland kit and plug stuff into it, and it works straight away, amazing. I'm pretty sure you can't do that with a lot of the Roland stuff, because obviously they want you to buy more Roland stuff, which costs far too much money. Okay, so let's move on to some of the things I didn't love about it. And the first one is actually really stupid. The on-off button at the back of the drum kit, it's just horrible. It's a really stupid thing. When you press the button, you want it to go click, and it just doesn't. And I'm like, have I done it? And oh yeah, the lights come on. That's just a minor one. The hi-hat responds pretty well, actually. Again, I'm not the best person. I haven't compared it to other hi-hats. I don't have the Roland hi-hat with the actual, hi-hat stand, but it responds quite nicely. It just feels a bit heavy. So like you lift your foot up and it's like, just feels a bit lumpy and clumsy, which makes it feel less like a real kit. When I actually get into playing, it didn't seem to affect it too much. I mentioned before the bottom of the hi-hat, this is my 3rd point, 4th point, I don't know, I've lost count, was just a bit plasticky, and like you're plugging a plug into it, just felt a bit cheap. But actually, when I thought about it, most hi-hat stands, the bottom part is just plastic anyway. Maybe could have made that a bit sturdier, possibly, but yeah, This was a big one, really. The only thing, so again, I'm comparing it to the Alesis Strike Pro. I like most of the things of the Medeli I prefer. I think you're getting a better kit for your money. However, the Alesis Strike Pro does come with an extra drum and 2 extra cymbals with it for the same price. So when you're weighing it up, it's like, okay, that's a big plus for your Alesis Strike Pro. However, flip side of that, which I didn't mention as a pro, is the fact that this drum kit comes with a hi-hat stand and a pedal, both of which are really good quality as well, and drumsticks, in case you don't have those, which I imagine you do. And then the other big con for me at the minute is that this kit is not available in the UK. It's not available in Europe yet, I think. I think there's plans to bring it out in England at some point and in other places and in America at some point, but it's not there yet. So if you want to get this kit, you're going to have to pay some serious shipping costs. So from China to the UK, I paid about, don't quote me on this, it was about £300 to get this thing shipped here. So in America, you're talking that's $350, $400. So you either wait till it comes out or you ship it, which is adding a big chunk onto it. So my final thoughts are this: the kit is amazing. Like, I cannot believe the quality of everything. I'm sure if I compared this to a Roland kit, I think the difference would be minimal. I really, really believe that. I think, yeah, if you bought both for the same price, you'd probably go for the Roland. Roland are trusted, and the Yamaha kit's the same. They're a trusted name, but for the price you're getting this and the quality of the equipment you're getting with it, I don't think you'll match it. I don't think the Alesis Strike Pro would match it. The module was my main worry when I bought it. Everything sounds incredible. Sounds so good. I genuinely am finding it hard to think of many reasons not to get this kit. I am so pleased with it. I hope that helps. I hope that's kind of informed you if you're thinking of looking into this kit. I well recommend looking into it. Obviously, it's a shame you can't go and try one if you're in England or America, but seriously nice piece of kit. Keep your eyes peeled for what's coming next with this company. Great seeing you all, and see you soon. Bye.